are doing well. I'm excited to start off my day with this torch leg workout. So what do you need to remember about working legs? Your legs are big, powerful muscles. Even if you feel like you're out of shape, haven't worked out in a while, you want to go heavier with these lower body exercises. So, but more than anything, I care about form. So if you are new to working out, I really, really, really would appreciate you concentrating on your form, and don't worry about the actual weights that you're using. That's kind of how I like to approach it. So make sure you say hi. Let's jog it out. You always want to warm up before you do a workout, unless you're going for a walk. If you're going for a walk, you don't need to warm up. Pretty much anything else, you need to warm up. I'm just gonna stretch. Dave and I went for a walk this morning. Nice, easy. Lunge to one side. Keep your knee behind your toe and be very, very gentle with these stretches, please. Put your forearms on the middle of or on the inside of your knees and press gently out to stretch your inner thighs, and then straighten your legs and pull on your calves, ankles, shoes. All depends on how flexible you are. What do you need to remember also about form? You've got to keep your core tight. This is your core, it's the center of your power. So yes, we're working our lower body, but you've got to be stable, you've got to be powerful. I got to turn my fan off. And that is what we're doing. Okay, so the first one that we're going to do is a wide squat jump. So this is my slow burn. So we're going to do an exercise, and then we're going to hold for 30 seconds. So just go with me on that. Okay, so I'm going to go with 10-pound weights. Hi, Rochelle. So your toes are pointing out. Your core is completely engaged. Your shoulders are back. I don't know what I just did. You know, one of these days I will figure out my Apple Watch, and until then you guys can just kind of muddle through it with me. Okay. So you're going to put the weights on your thighs. You're going to lower through your heels, up through your heels, and just give a little hop. You can also hold the weights in front of you because you don't want them really bouncing on your legs. You're going to want to kind of hunch over. Don't do that. Pretend like there's a rod in your spine. I haven't been doing as many leg workouts because I've been doing the walking and I've been doing the running. So I don't really like to wear my legs out to the point where my runs are kind of miserable. Take as many breaks as you need to. They're not a sign of weakness. I am working really hard right now. I've already taken 2. I'm sure I will take more. Angela, good morning. How are we doing time-wise? Ooh. We're done. Okay, so now what you're going to do is lower down through those heels. Your abs are tight, your shoulders are back. Your toes are actually up a little bit off the ground. You have to breathe through these holds. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I'm going to put my weights down. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Embrace the burn. That is what I will tell you. And done. Whew. Shake it out. When you learn to embrace the burn, it kind of helps you get through these 30-second holds. You want the burn. The burn is good. The burn is what we're working for. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, I don't really have a proper chair for it. I might be able to move my mattress over a little bit. So the whole point is that you want to put your foot up on something stable so that when you lower through this front heel, your knee stays behind your toe. I am going to go with 8 for this, and then I can always drop down to a single 8 if I want to. So again, whatever your foot is on, and then you might need to hop a little bit to get that front foot out. So you lower and push up. Wow. can certainly tell, I can feel my run from yesterday. I can probably still feel that 5-mile run from last Friday. Legs are hard. That's why most people don't do them. Most people skip leg day. If you've ever been, 5 more seconds, if you've ever been to the gym and you see those guys that are all built up upper bodies and little skinny legs, why do you think that is? Because leg day is hard. So they skip it and they focus on upper body, but their legs suffer for it, both in strength and size and shape. Just keep lowering yourself. So you can lower all the way down if you want and drive up. You can go halfway down like I'm doing, because I have to run tomorrow. So what's most important is your abs are engaged, your shoulders are back, and you're lowering through that heel and coming up. We have less than 10 seconds. Then we're going to go back to the other leg for our hold, of which you will not like me anymore, very much, for a little while. Okay. Go back to that first foot. I'm going to drop one of the weights, and we are going to do a hold. So you're lowering through that heel. Your knee is behind your toe. Your abs are engaged. Your shoulders are back. You're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. I know this is challenging. Take those breaks, but do not quit. Five more, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Switch legs, go right into it. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Knee is behind your toe. If you need a break, pop up for a couple seconds. Go back in. I'm right there with you. This is intense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh my gosh, Kate! Kate's here, Kate's here. Say hello, everybody. I know, but here's the thing, again, we are in this together. You are not in this alone. I am doing everything you're doing. I am burning as much as you are burning, and that is why these workouts accomplish what you want to accomplish. I'm going to be so mad at myself tomorrow morning when I'm running. Oh my gosh, sorry. We're going to lay on our side. We're going to do a couple of my favorite exercises. You guys should go a little bit heavier. I'm going with an 8. You should go with a 10. If you don't have a 10, use 2 5-pounds. And you are going to open up and you are going to lower. So you're going to be squeezing those glutes. And listen, I get a lot of saddlebag complaints from you guys that have them. And here's the thing. You cannot spot reduce. What you can do is strengthen and define and lean out those problem areas, but you also have to pay attention to your diet. You will be extra hungry from doing my workout, so you will be tempted to stuff your face with all kinds of things that you shouldn't be eating, and then you're just gonna almost tie one hand behind your back in terms of being in better shape and being stronger. So, woo! Come on, squeeze up. Do not let your upper body rotate out. Your upper body stays perfectly still. I'm doing a minute on each side. Okay, and now we are going to do our hold. So you squeeze it up and you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep those abs completely 110% engaged, on fire. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. And I want you to believe in yourself. Oh my gosh, come on. Then we're done. I mean, we're not done. We're just done with that particular one. It's so good to see you guys. I love having you here. I love when you say hi. If you're just checking me out, you want to see what I'm all about, welcome. We are a little community. Okay, stack your knees. Your head is resting in your hand. You squeeze open and closed. Do not let your upper body rotate towards the ceiling. It stays facing me so that this hits us exactly where we want it to hit. So yeah, what is ViscoFit? I developed this program for myself when I was 48 years old. I could not find a weight program that was for me, for women like me. I had done all kinds of stuff over the years, running and yoga and boot camp and treadmill and stair climber and you name it, I tried it. And I never got results from anything the way I have from ViscoFit. Because when you lift weights and you work out with weights and then you go on about your day, you are still burning fat. And that is awesome. Squeeze. I know that you're getting tired. Just take 3 to 4 seconds break, jump back into it. Okay, now we got to do our 30-second hold. Persevere. Squeeze up. Do not let your upper body go like that. Keep it facing me. Keep those abs engaged. Squeeze that glute to keep that leg open. And breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. My program is free. And I really just want to be a community for people who don't have a lot of time, don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of motivation, and a safe place for them to come, bang out their workout in the morning and get on with their day and see results. Done. That's what I want.
I have results from multiple sports. Which one?
I am like sometimes a little bit of a comedy routine, that much I can tell you. Okay, we're going back to the other side. I'm going with my 8 again. You guys can start with a 10 if you want. So you're folding that bottom leg just like we did before. Okay, you are going to put this weight on top and you are going to squeeze to raise and squeeze to lower. You are not flinging the leg. Your upper body is not involved in this more than just your abs working hard. Squeeze as high up as you can. So you see how slowly I'm moving. There is no momentum. There's no flinging. There's no jerking motions. We are smooth and slow and controlled. I care much more about good form than I do about how heavy you are lifting. For those of you who feel like, oh, I need my cardio, I don't do weight programs because I need my cardio, show up, do these workouts for a little while and pay attention to your heart rate and your calorie burn. Woo! Come on. It seems like instinctually you should be able to look at the watch, right? And it should pop on and show you how much time has passed, but it doesn't. Unless there's a very good chance I'm doing something wrong. Okay, we got to do our hold now before we go to the other side. Come on, we got it. Squeeze up, squeeze up, squeeze up. You have to breathe through these holds. Keep those abs engaged. If your leg is shaking like mine is, that means you're doing something right. Oh, my gosh. 2, 1, and done. Oh, I know. But we're in this together. Together. Oh, Nicole, hello. Thank you so much for saying hi. Makes me very happy when we're all on here. We all say hi. We're all committing to this together. Okay, so again, you're laying on your side. Your head is in your hand. Stack your knees and then straighten that upper leg. We are going for 1 minute and then we will do our 30-second hold. So, you see I'm not flinging, I'm raising in a controlled manner and lowering in a controlled manner. My abs are helping my upper body stay still. Oh my gosh. Woo! I'm using 8 pounds. If you started with 10, you might be like, yeah, no. And so you drop down. And then what if that gets too heavy to lift? Then you drop down to a 5. Then you drop down to a 3. Is it okay to drop down 5 different times during a 1-minute exercise? Heck yeah, it is. But if you think you're going to be doing that, have them available so that you have easy access and you're not spending time getting up, going to get the weight to drop down. The 8 is good for me, even though it's kicking my ever-loving rear end right now. We're gonna rest, because sometimes you just need a little rest. It's okay. We are not machines. We are just moms, women, trying to make it work. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. So this week, for the first time, we have had all 5 children in school, going to school. Up until now, Dave's kids have been remote. My kids have been going to school. So to have all 5 kids getting ready in the morning, breakfast, luckily we have them make their lunches the night before, and that helps a lot, but it's bananas in our house. I'm done. Oh. I hope you don't mind that I'm laying here. You can do the same. And we should have a little water too. I know that I'm beating up. Maria, hello, good morning. This is all happening to me too. Again, we are all in this together. Okay, next one. You are going to get on all 4s, and you are going to tuck this into the crook of your leg. And you are going to drive up with your heel, come back to starting position, drive up with your heel. So again, I'm using an 8. If you're brand new, you can start with a 5, otherwise 8, 10. So a minute on each leg, because we want to really tax our hamstrings and glutes in this exercise. Come back to starting position, drive up. You want to lead with that heel, keep your abs engaged, very important. When you need a break, you take it. Normally I would be using a 10 or even a 12 or a 15 starting out. But again, because I have to run tomorrow, I want to make sure that I'm not putting myself at a disadvantage to where I'm so sore and have beat my legs up so much today that it's going to make it really hard. Okay, so we are actually going to switch to the other leg and then we'll come back and do our holds. Okay, so put that weight in the crook of your knee and then you squeeze your calf muscle against it. You guys ready? Let's do it. So, again, we're driving up with that heel. Our abs are totally engaged. No jerking motion whatsoever. It's all slow and controlled. So, what happens if you pick a heavier weight? You're like, I'm going to try to go heavier. And you can only get it up 1, 2, 3 times before you have to drop down. That's awesome. That's called pushing yourself. That's called making it to the next level. That is how you see progress. Because then the next time you pick up that weight, then you can do 4 or 5 before you have to drop down. That is how we measure progress, really small ways. It's not about all of a sudden being able to do 15 pounds for a whole minute. It's not what it's about. It's about pushing yourself. All right, now we're going to go back. You guys ready for the hold? We are. That is how we get the burn. So tuck that on in there. Drive up with your heel. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep those abs engaged. Drive that heel up as high as you can. Guys, it's going to be over before we know it. So while we're here, we work hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Right over to the other leg as quickly as you can. And drive up. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Come on. Drive that heel up. Keep your abs completely engaged. And do not try to hold your breath to muscle through this hold. I want you to breathe. And keep driving that heel up high. Don't let it sink. It's going to want to. You are in charge. 2, 1, and done. Okay. Wow. No joke. All right, so the next one that we're going to do, I want you to take this stuff. I'm going to take this stuff down so I can use this to sit in. So what I want you to do is very, very simple. I want you to just make sure you're on something stable. I think I'm going to try to do these two. I don't know if it's going to work. So you're going to sit in this position and you are going to squeeze your quad to get those weights up. So that's why you need to go heavy. Don't skimp and only do a 5-pound weight because you're not going to feel as much. So go heavy. You can always drop down and keep those abs engaged. Very, 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 very important. So you see, it's not a big range of motion. Keep those shoulders back and squeeze. You got to work your quads. And they are a big, strong muscle. They can take it. Even if you haven't worked out in a long time, you've still been running around after the kids, walking, reaching up, climbing, doing yard work, shoveling snow, whatever it is. Your legs are working. But you guys know as well as I do, as you get older, it feels like you lose your progress a lot faster. And you can feel that you're not as strong as you used to be. Well, let me tell you what. I am stronger now than I was in my 20s, and that is purely from doing this. Working out in my home 20 to 30 minutes, 5 days a week. And it's awesome. I wouldn't change the way I feel for anything. And I will never go back to not exercising because the benefits, not just strength-wise, but the benefits mentally, spiritually, emotionally, through the roof. Through the roof. The last 5-6 years of my life were brutal. And I know for a fact I would not have gotten through it if it weren't for these workouts. These workouts and my friends. And God. So, you know, when you strengthen yourself physically, you strengthen yourself in all these other ways by default. So I encourage you, take the time, be consistent, and you are going to see how much better you are, not just for yourself, but for everybody that you love. Squeeze. Oh my gosh. How are your weights feeling? This is kicking my butt so severely. So good. Keep those abs tight. Do not start jerking your body to get that leg up. Right, I'm dropping the 8 and I'm doing the 10. Woo! Come on, come on, come on. We can do it. Oh, okay. Guess what comes next? We got our hold. I'm going to start with my 10. I'm going to move my little 8 right here so that if I need to drop down during the hold, I can. Squeeze up, squeeze that quad, squeeze those abs, and breathe. Guys, coming up on the 4th anniversary of ViscoFit on May 1st, 2 weeks before my dad would fall and not wake up. And I had started it. I took a week off because I was in the hospital with him, and then we had his funeral. And there's not a world in which I would have made it through that without these workouts. Just when you're in an intense amount of pain, if you just lay around and stay immobile and just retreat completely inside yourself, trying to make it through is going to be just, I think, impossible. Squeeze up, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Sorry, I feel like it should get easier, right? It doesn't get easier, but I keep his little prayer card in my bathroom, and I look at it every day, and I talk to him, and, but I do know the fact that I started this right before he died. I feel like this was a gift that God gave me because he knew what lay ahead. And it had already been a really horrible couple of years before that happened. So that was just, I don't want to say the icing on the cake because that sounds like a positive thing. It was the crap on top of the crap on top of the crap. But I'm here, and I'm good, and I'm happy, and I'm strong, and I know. Do you notice I'm talking and we're holding for a minute on each leg? I know what I'm doing. 2, 1, and done. So here's what I would encourage you. If you are struggling, just stay with me, write me. We'll message each other back and forth. If you know someone who is struggling greatly, tell them about me. Tell them that you will do it with them at the same time. You guys can text each other, jump on, say hi to each other. I'm here for you. I'm here to serve you guys, and in the process, I am served. So I feel like what we have is really special. Okay. Next. Oh yeah, I love these. So what I want you to do is get heavier. I'm going to go with 10s. Normally I might go with 12s or even 15s. Feet hip width apart. Raise up on your calves and lower. I just lost my balance, and that's okay. So I want you to go as high up on the balls of your feet as you can. Really squeeze those calves. Keep your core engaged. Keep your shoulders back. So remember, your core is part of your abs, your back, and your butt. It is the center of your power. Use it. Use it to keep you safe, free from injury. Use it to free yourself from back pain. I used to tweak my back all the time. Rarely happens anymore. Come on. So what I don't want you doing is getting into a rocking motion of that. Nope, it's all through the balls of your feet. Okay, we hit a minute, so now we're going to do our hold. This is a lesson in balance as much as a calf butt kicker. And then this is our last exercise. Look at that. And I just want to say thank you so much to those of you that have tipped. It's really so generous of you, and I appreciate it. If you saw my grocery bill, you would know how much I appreciated it. And done. Woo! Goodness gracious. Okay, so here's what we're going to do to stretch those calves. Get on all fours. I want you to get into downward facing dog. Stick that tailbone up in the air and then push one heel to the ground and then alternate. Woo! So now you're going to lay down on the ground. You're going to straighten one leg. You're going to pull the other knee into your chest. Then you're going to fold it over while looking in the opposite direction and stretch that glute out. Then you're going to cross your ankle over the other knee, reach under, and pull on that calf or on that shin. And as you pull in, you will feel a greater stretch in your hamstring and in your glute. Other leg, pull your knee into your chest. Fold it over, looking the opposite way, keeping both shoulders on the ground. You might feel a nice little back crack. Remember, you reach under, you pull that shin. The more you pull, the greater stretch you get on that opposite glute and hamstring. Reach up, put your feet together, and pull your body towards them, stretching your inner thighs. Thank you so much for joining me. This was so good. One more arm out to the side. You might want to hold on to a chair. Put your foot in your hand, and I want you to push your knee down into the back and stretch that quad because it also got beat up. And just give me some hip sweeps. If you want to tip Sean-Bisco on Venmo, I also have PayPal and Zelle and the Cash App and all that stuff. So tomorrow I will be doing, I don't know, what should we do?